How's it going, everyone? It's your boy DaikenXDan here, back with another Epic 7 update for you all. So today we're going to be talking about the data mines that came with the Epic 7 Summer update, and we're going to see what Buttery Nose has to offer for this time. Alright, so first off the bat, we have the next banner is going to be Seaside Bellona. So Seaside Bellona is going to be a banner, in fact, and she is going to be limited. Now this actually is going to be a very trying time for people who want characters. We're definitely going to talk about Seaside Bellona's kit as well, and there's some other stuff as well. So let's go and take a look at this. It says Rengar Special Drink is a ranger artifact that's going to be coming. It's this artifact right here in all its glory. It looks very nice. So I'm guessing this is going to come along with Bellona when she comes to the game. It says special to drink, made in Rengar, which is a pretty color and a sweet scent. The drink is great for relaxation. They may say the drink also enhances concentration, memorization, and judgment, but this hasn't been verified. The artifact does, when attacking all enemies, has a 50% and a max 100% chance to inflict additional damage. Additional damage dealt increased proportional to the caster's attack. Damage is equal to 30% of caster's attack. That's actually kind of crazy. I actually don't know, because it's scaling off something. I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that Uber's Tooth was actually that high. I think this may actually does more additional damage than Uber's Tooth, because Uber's Tooth also did additional damage, but I don't think it was actually proportional to something as high as this. So this actually may be a better artifact for somebody who's looking for additional damage. Uber's Tooth also has a chance like that, but it may just be another artifact such as that. There's also some summer stuff, as you were saying, so we can see they got a new picture here. Of course, we can see the summer screen. And this is why I was saying this is about to be such a trying time. So as you just know, we just had the Karin skin that just came out, and you had to pay 1.8 sky scones to get it. We're also going to have the Sez skin. So for people who aren't recalling your Sez and you want the skin, you're going to probably dish out some more stones for him on top of the limited banner coming soon as well. Now if you are going to be thinking about getting these characters, I do recommend you pick up the skin for when you do get the character, because who knows, when this event will come around again. So, you're going to be getting a Karin in here. We may even, I don't think they're going to be giving a Sez. That'd be kind of crazy. But they are giving out a Karin for the event. But if you don't have the Sez skin and you're, and you just want it just in case you get a Sez, you don't really care about the nerf that they did to Wind Rider. You just want to have the skin for when you get your Sez. Definitely pick it up then. Just keep in mind that Bellona is having a limited banner coming soon. And these are the rest of the pictures, of course, that they have. Pretty nice. I really love the environments and stuff so far. So new characters and NPCs as well. As you can see, this is the 2 new mermaids that are in the story. New boss right here that we're going to be able to fight. Bellona portrait and Butcher's new specialty chains portrait. And yes, we're going to be talking about this too. Leo seems like he has a Moonlight version coming to the game. So for you Leo fans out there, you may get something good here. And then of course Sez portrait, Karin's portrait as well. So it says right here, roaming warrior Leo. Born to a family of scholars, he dreamed of becoming a warrior from a young age. After his parents disappeared following a raid by the Axe Bandits, he plans to become stronger and get his revenge. Believing that reforming the rotten world is the only way to becoming a true warrior, he roams around he roams around the world defeating evil. So this is actually his S3 animation. It's pretty short. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I've never been a Leo fan, to be exact, but I mean, it's cool to see that, another unit's getting us another Moonlight. So let's see exactly what he is. It says actual skill data isn't in, percent's not visible. Okay, so we don't have his actual data. And we don't even know what his element is at the moment, it seems like. It says fire slingshot. Attacks with a slingshot with a Whoa, okay, that looks weird. Chance to decrease attack for 2 turns. Damage dealt is increased when the enemy is debuffed. Okay, so he does more damage when the enemy is debuffed on his S1, and he has a chance to decrease attack. Fire shock bomb. Fires a shock bomb at the enemy with a chance to increase skill cooldown by 1 turn. That's interesting. Okay, that's cool. If he's fast, he could be used sort of like a key save, but on S2 rather than S3. That's interesting. And then Go Raccoon attacks all enemies with a raccoon, so he has an AoE with a chance to plant a bomb for 2 turns. Wow. Okay. So you get a chance to plant a bomb. So this actually sounds like a new debuff in the game. So bomb debuff is new. At the end of the debuff duration, the target receives damage proportional to the caster's attack and becomes unable to move for 1 turn. Debuff duration cannot be extended or decreased. Got you. Okay. It cannot be extended or decreased, but it can be probably removed. So you can extend it. Okay. So that's interesting. So basically you'll receive damage at the end of the debuff turn. Who knows how many turns it is? Oh, it says right there 2 turns. Okay. So it's on a 2-turn cooldown, and then it will go off and it will deal damage proportional to the caster's attack. So high attack on him for his S3 scaling, and of course he want debuffs on the team for his S1. So he'll pair with people who debuff automatically. I mean, have debuffs on them as well. We don't have his attack rate stuff in the game, but we do have Seesaw Bellonas. So with Bellonas, she's looking at some basic modifiers here. She's looking at 1 and a 0.7 on attack rate and a 1 earn skill 3. So she's not doing too much damage, and I don't think she has what the original Bellona had, which was the scaling on the HP, on the max HP, which was really giving her the damage for units that had high HP. She does get an increased critical strike damage on the S3 though, as we can see there. And of course, Chaos Inquisitor, he has a 1 modifier and a 1.5 with a 2.2 on the soul burn. So that's actually not bad, but the power is 0.85. Increased by 0.5, increased damage per 1% for self health missing. So he increases damage. Yeah, that's right. For his S3, he actually he does more damage for the amount of health loss. So if he's at lower health, then he'll do much damage, much like Krau's S3. And he is a knight, so you know he's the type of unit that can have lower health. He can survive at lower health more frequently than like say like a thief or something like that. So yeah, and just to give some comparison to Bellona numbers, if we look here, so regular Bellona was on a 1.95, 0.8, 0.95, and a 0.9512. The thing about her S1 though is, like I said, 4% of target's max health is what was making her damage a little bit higher. So while this may seem like it's a little bit better, she may be doing lower damage than the other Bellona slightly, just because of that skill thing that she had there. Anyway, let's move over. Bellona is actually in the game too, so I went ahead and jumped over to the actual game to showcase her a little bit, so we could talk about her. As we look at her stats, she's looking at 1.182 attack, so that's a little bit more than what the normal Bellona has, and she's looking at around 5.3k health, which is slightly lower, I believe, than the other Bellona, and she actually has 1 speed less than regular Bellona as well. We jump into here to preview her skills. Alright, so we can see her skills right here. So she actually has a passive for one of them, but her S1 right here, it says attacks the enemy with a fan with a 60% chance to target the enemy for 2 turns. You can actually increase this chance up to a 75% chance. That's actually pretty good. And of course, target right here increases damage taken to the target while decreasing evasion chance. So definitely a good debuff. I'm pretty happy with that one. And she has a very interesting passive here that we're going to talk about in just a second. I'm going to talk about the S3 first. Her S3 actually sounds really good. Hear me out here. So it says attack all enemies with a spray of water with an 85% chance to make them unhillable, to be buffed, and unhealable for 2 turns. Damage dealt increase with a critical hit. She'll do more damage with a critical hit on top of critical hit damage. And a soul burn for 20 souls, which is the one soul for ignores this resistance. Let's check out this animation, by the way, because it's so beautiful.
Now I'm getting bored.
That is great.
I'll show you what I've got.
And then her S1 is very the same.
Your duel. This is what
Let's check it out one more time.
for ruining my vacation.
Very good. But yeah, as you can see, she puts on the debuffs right there. She has a chance of putting 2 stacks of 2 turns of unhealable and unable to be buffed. That's kind of crazy. So if you think about it, this unit can definitely be a counter to like Armin, in the sense of the buffs that Armin put on, because Armin wants to put on the immunity and she wants to put on the invincibility, but you can actually straight up negate that. Bellona is a character that's typically faster. She's definitely faster than Armin, so you can outspeed Armin and actually put this on right off the bat. Now if we look at her S2, this is where things get very interesting. So she still has her focus, as you notice here. It says, I'm with friends, consumes 5 focus, shares 30% of damage suffered by the caster when with the foremost ally. So she shares 30% of her damage suffered. So just keep that in mind. She shares the damage suffered. When more than one damage sharing effect is granted, when one more than the damage sharing effect is granted, only the strongest effect is applied. The caster gains 1 focus when an ally is attacked. So she gets focus when an ally is attacked. She also gets focus when she does her skill, so acquires 1 focus, and this also acquires 3 focus. But she also gains focus when allies are attacked. So she gains her focus faster, passively as well, on the enemy's turns with this. It says focus when an ally is attacked and the caster is stacked focus is 5. She loses all her focus and activates You're Not Cute. So basically, she expends her focus for using this ability at 5 when an ally is attacked. And You're Not Cute attacks all enemies with a fan with a 50% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. So it's still an AoE defense break. It's only at 50% though, but you gotta remember it's an attack and a defense break, and it's a passive as well. So for every time someone's attacked, she's gaining that and she's sharing damage. That's kind of crazy. On top of having, like, she has such a good kit. She has a defense break, unable to be healed, cannot buff, and a target. So she has a lot of utility in her kit. She's going to bring a lot to the table for sure. I'm definitely thinking you're going to see her in the meta. Like I said, this skill definitely seemed like it could be good for taking out some utilities on Carmen's. Of course, Carmen's still going to have the her passive as well, where she negates critical damage, but you can still make her less annoying by applying something like this and getting rid of some units really fast. This can even work, for an Angelica, right? You have an annoying Angelica who wants to put immunity and some barriers on. You can completely negate that because Bellona is once again a faster character than both of those two. So this can definitely help AoE. I don't think there's a single character that has, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's a single character that has an AoE, cannot buff at the moment. So this is definitely something good that can change the course of the meta. I know a lot of people are happy with her kit at the moment. So yeah, anyway, that's all that there is inside of the patch notes. I just wanted to showcase Bellona real quick since she was in the game already and talk about exactly what she brought to the table. Anyway, if you liked anything I had to say, drop me a like and I greatly appreciate it. And if you want to see more from me, follow me on my socials. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you know when the next video goes live. As always, my name is DaikenXDan, and I'll see you next time. Signing out.